Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. Gimmicks. What is a gimmick in boxing? Well, in my opinion, a gimmick is somebody like Campbell, Hands of Foam, Hatton, or Connor, Crusher Ben. They're gimmicks. They've got famous world champion dads who won world titles in two weight divisions, but the pair of them are gimmicks. Ricky Hatton were carefully matched. We know that, don't we? He were very carefully matched. Nigel Man matched a bit harder, wasn't he? But at the beginning, he were carefully matched. I think that Conor Ben and Ricky Hatton's son Campbell, their careers are going the same way together. Before this Conor Ben drug test scandal, it looks like they were going to copy Campbell Hatton's career with Conor Ben's. That's how it looks to me. Campbell Hatton's not screaming for an area belt, is he? Why is that? Because he get beat, won't he? Tommy Fury, he's not screaming for an area belt, is he? Why is that? Because he'll get beat, won't he? He'd get beat, Tommy Fury, area level now. For an area belt, he loses. Small baby steps for him and Hatton. But while they're doing that, and a bit same with Conor Ben, although he's a bit more advanced than them. Well, we know why now, don't we? While they're fighting nobodies, they're telling public that they're going to be next big thing. They get them sponsors, JD Sports, or whoever is sponsoring them. They gas them up here. They gas them up. But Campbell Hatton's really, you could say he's had two losses, couldn't you? Conor Ben, we know what's happened with him, don't we? But none of them have got an area belt, an English or a British. Why is that? It's because they know they're not good enough for that. Groves, De Gale, Frotch, Clinton Woods, them sort of guys. They went for British titles, didn't they? Went through the levels and learnt the craft. These are not as good as the dads or the brothers, but they're going to be wheeled out in an era where not everybody wants to be a boxer now. So they've got to find gimmicks, circus acts, make it like wrestling. And that's where boxing's gone. And there's only one person to blame for that, and that's Edward John Hearn, aka the Billericay Iceman, 5-0, 3 by way of. Gimmicks. That's all it is, gimmicks. And it's not good for the sport of boxing. It's not good. There's people I know that at area level want to fight Campbell, Hands of Foam, Hatton, and Connor Crusher Ben. There's people at British level who want to fight him because he's ready for British level now, isn't he, Connor Ben? He ain't going to do that, is he? And he's not going to go fight Spencer or Crawford, is he? Unless it's mega dough. Tired lately. I hope I don't end up like you with Fury. He's been knackered lately, hasn't he? Maybe I'm doing too much. The point I want to make is these gimmicks, it sets a bad trend. And people feel that, well, if I pad my fighter's record out, it might get somewhere. For example, look what happened to Darren Tetley. He padded his record, didn't he? Whoever were handling him, look what they did to him, because he's a half decent fighter, wasn't he? But he padded his record out. Dave Allen's weren't padded out, wasn't it? Look who he were fighting after that 10 fights. His weren't padded, were they? They didn't think about padding Dave out. I'll just throw Dave out there. He's a laugh, Dave. We'll get him bashed up. I didn't see the same energy with Campbell, Hands of Foam, Hatton, or Conor Ben to put them in with a bogeyman at division. I don't see that. Why is that? Dave Allen doesn't attract sponsorship like Hatton's and Ben's, does he? Because Dave Allen's dad were a boxer, but he weren't a successful boxer, so he's not going to get to eat at the same trough as Campbell, Hands of Foam, Hatton, or Connor Crusher Ben. crusher, as in crushing tablets. So what you do, you get a tablet, get it under a glass, crush it, scoop it into a glass like that. That's what I used to do with ecstasy. Yeah, gets it out of the problem. Crush it under glass, gulp. Not good, yeah, I know. But what are you doing that with them chlamydia tablets or whatever they're called? Chlamydia feed? I don't know. I can't read. I'm not a good reader. Begins with C though, doesn't it? C. But and all them will take them as CUNTs. Cheating. I mean, you couldn't make this up, could you? You couldn't make this up. You say Eubank. He's probably best starred at gimmicks, isn't he? Eubank, but he don't want to fight nobody, does he? Was he fighting him? Who's Christopher Eubank Jr. fighting? He's not even active, is he? He don't want to go near Liam Smith or Kell Brook, does he? Eh? That's how I look at it. So, gimmicks in boxing, but fights I wanted to see Conor Benn in with. After all that big chatty patty. Josh Kelly and Conor Benn. That's a good fight, isn't it? David Evanesian and Conor Benn. Why not? Why not fight Kelly if you beat him? Fight an Evanesian. You know, you've got Evanesian, a great fighter. Look at Josh Kelly, Olympian. They threw him under a bus with Evanesian, didn't they? That's why Conor Benn didn't want to go near him. Could you imagine his dad, Nige? Oh, Nige. Yeah, we're not going near him, son. We're not going to go near him, are they? Like Nige didn't want to go near Roy Jones and James Toney, did he? Left it to Clinton Woods to get in there with Roy Jones, didn't he? You know what I mean? But what can you do? I keep thinking about Eddie Hearn. Somebody said something earlier in the video. I keep thinking about him. Somebody said, I forgot who it were now. Somebody said on here. I forget who it were. Point it out in comments. I'm knackered. I've been up all night, but I haven't been taking notes. Eddie Hearn's a 6'5" doorman, isn't he? And he brings that philosophy, doesn't he, into boxing, doesn't he? You know, Eddie Hearn, he's a security doorman, isn't he? 6'5", stood there. You can imagine him at Crombie, can't you? And 24 roller docks, red docks with yellow laces. Can you imagine Eddie stood on the door, can't you? Preventing fights. Well, that's what he's doing, isn't it? He prevents fights happening. Eddie Hearn's not, he's just a doorman, isn't he, really? He's just a doorman. Do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna reserve a bit of a dig here at Cougs. Cougs has got his videos on IFL. They're removing comments if you say about Conor Benn. They've got Conor Benn intros at the beginning of the videos. No wrong with that. Not wrong with helping a pal. But now he's caught in middle, and he has to let people give their opinion on Conor Benn. He needs to be asking proper questions about Conor Benn. But it's his chum, innit? It's his chum. It's not like me going up to Dennis's and Dennis waxing lyrical about Tommy Frank. Dennis, he got beat in his last 4 fights before you got him that fight. Well, 2 on box record were, but really he had 2 hometown decisions. And gets him a British title, gifted. But not one person said anything like that to Dennis. And I can assure you, once the cameras turned off, we were not at it. But you know, we had a bit of a fight in Bulgaria when Yui fought out there. Ask anybody. We had a bit of a set to, and there's been times where there could have been more set twos because you can be sat there up there doing your work and that, and Dennis will just come up and just start putting shots into the side of your body or into your stomach, and he'll do it in his kitchen or in my kitchen or anywhere, in pub especially, showing off. And eventually he just did it too much to me, and he touched me when I had a drink because I called his mate a knobhead, and that was that. All bets were off. But point I want to make is nobody's going to tell that to Dennis. That's why he's in predicament he's in now. Whereas me, I just tell it straight, don't I? That's why I said, what do you think? I said, you've got too many fighters. For starters, you can't manage that. You couldn't manage 20, never mind 120, and now you're out at country 10 months a year. It's logic, in it. It's a numbers game, in it. But we wish Dennis all the best, but there's nobody there to tell Eddie Hearn. Who's going to tell Eddie Hearn, Eddie? You know what, Eddie? That's wrong. That. Don't do that. That's wrong. Don't strip Eubank down. But if you do strip him down, let him rehydrate at least. Don't let Conor Benn climb up the weight divisions because he might not be able to do it properly. Well, he probably didn't think he could do it properly because he's short like me, you know, 5'8". But he cheated, didn't he? So it were all a recipe for disaster. It shows you what they know. Not so long ago, Eddie Hills was sat in a sauna with Lee Purdy before he fought Devin Alexander. They got fined for that, didn't they? That shows you what he knows. He don't know anything. They cared about that, just getting the fight on and getting paid by hook or crook. And eventually got caught out. But like I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep banging on about it. How many more tests have they buried in the last 12 years? How many more tests have these buried? That's about it for this video. Okie dokie. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep sporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. Don't forget to watch Shields tonight against Marshall. It's a 50-50 fight. Come on, Savannah. And I don't trust boxing. I don't trust boxing whatsoever. So my money's on a draw. 12-1. If it ain't a draw, it's got to be a Savannah win, isn't it? Okie dokie. But I want Savannah to win with all my heart. But boxing kicks us in teeth that much. I always try to go opposite end. I don't think Shields has got enough to beat her. I think there could be something happen tonight, and they're gonna have to play it again, Sam. That's what I think. So I'm going for drawing my bet. I always try and make it interesting. Okie dokie. Peace out.